Actually, I really want to play football. Praise the Lord, church. My name is Pastor. No, Reverend. We are going live now. All right. Good afternoon. My name is Adijimobi Daniel, and a student right here in Benin. So I'm new to the platform, but let's. It's good now. Are we live? Hey, wait. You are internet at 5 and 6.
It's on now. It's everybody now. It's like it. Papa will just do it. I put that rotate thing now. I'm coming, let me hold this.
Jesus called from me under the cross.
Come closer, let my important. Remember the topic now.
Stars.
Nice. So, good afternoon, everyone. So you guys are welcome, and let's get started. So, as you all know, my name is Austin. In case you don't know, my name is Austin, and I'm a member of TGWAC. I forgot my position. Sorry for that. So, I was the media personnel actually, yeah, and I was the assistant treasurer. Yeah. So, and today we are going to be talking about an interesting topic. But before we go ahead, we have Daniel. He's in my school actually. And Comfort talked about expanding TGWAC, so he wants to join, and he's very welcome. And he's my guest today for the show. So let's get started. So Daniel, you're going to tell us your name. You introduce yourself briefly and tell us why you want to join TGWAC or what motivated you to join. So let's go.
Okay. Good afternoon, everyone. Like I said, my name is Daniel Dijumobi. So, student of Ayuma University here in Benin. So, actually, he actually motivated me to join TGWAC. Yeah. He actually motivated me to join because I was like, okay, since the group is actually making sense and it's something that okay, even though I like it's a kind of platform that I can just dedicate myself to, something like that you get. So it motivated me to join the work, yeah. And what again, self?
What do you look forward to adding to TGWAC? How can you?
Okay, that is at least I'll just design something to so people know about TG work. Yeah. Thank you.
So as you all have heard, Daniel, he has some computer skills in graphic design, and he wants to contribute that to TGWAC. He wants to add that to TGWAC. So he's going to get added to the group. I'm going to give Auntie Comfort his number. He's going to get added to the group, and then from there, he's going to continue his journey as a member of TGWAC. Probably he will be a flyer designer or something like that. So let's get started on the topic for today. So today's topic is Star Among Stars. Before we get started, star is To me, a star, everybody know what a star is. A stars, we used to see stars in the sky at night when they come out, and star means different things in different contexts. In some contexts, when we were kids, it used to be like if they say the star of the movie, it's like the actor of the movie or something like that. And in other contexts too, star means different thing. There is a beer called star and other things like that. So in different contexts, star has different meanings. But when we talk about being a star among stars here, we're talking about standing out among your peers, doing the unimaginable. Let me not say on the unimaginable, doing what others are not doing, having an edge above your mates, being above of them, being ahead of them in the good way, not in the bad way. That's what I understand being star among the stars is. Others have their stars. We have differences as human beings, and God has imputed different skills in us. So that skill that God has put in us is a star. But what makes you different from others is what you use your own skill to do, right? So many people can play football, and some have wasted their skill because maybe they engage in drinking or something like that. But some have put in the work and other things like that. That means they stand out among stars. If we talk about, let's talk about the music industry. They have stars. In the football industry, they have stars. The movie industry, they have stars. That's why they call them superstars, because they are standing among other stars. It's not like there are no other musicians, but they stand out among the musicians. It's not like there are no other players. Those football players stand out among their peers. So being a star is being the extraordinary among your teammates. So that's what basically it means for us to be the star among stars. Everybody has talent, but what you choose to do with your own talent matters. What you choose to do with your own talent differs from others, and that's what makes you stand out among others. So let me give our guest Daniel. Let me give him the mic so that he will tell us how we can be stars. So Daniel, you can tell us like some ways you think we can be stars. If you like, you can list them, or you can just narrate it as a story, anyhow you want it. But shall tell us how we can stand out among our peers. Over to you.
Okay, okay. Like you said, how can we become a star? Again, if you look at this sky at night, there are so many stars, right? But there are some particular ones that are very bright. Let me see, there's a particular one that is going to be very, very bright than the others. You get. So now you being a star is not. Let me just say, it's not a one-day thing. You get. It's something that years you'll be working towards to. Now just example now, because he's a star now. They call him I think African giant, something like that. Yeah, he started. I'm very sure he started small in his music industry, but let me say the creativity he has and the way he sings his song, and people are loving it. You get. That makes him start like, okay, now just imagine him singing nonsense, just singing something that doesn't make any sense. It's not going to stand out. But he's singing something that you know that, okay, yes, is what people are feeling. Again, and that made him stand out like, okay, yeah, he's a star, something like that. And people are like, they've even given him the title African giant. Again. So you being a star is not one day thing. You just have to work towards it. Like now, you want them to say you want to be the richest man in the world. It's not something you can just sit down one day and just say with your mouth. You just have to work towards it, and you can work towards it in different ways, like a educational aspect, where you have to read your books, to gain the theory. You store it up in your head, and the practical aspect. That one is after you're done with school. The way you put it into with those two aspects, if you work on it very, very, very well, you actually become a star. That one is very, very certain. You actually become a star. But don't let us be this kind of person that, okay, this kind of people that, okay, you want to become a star, you have to go extra mile. No. If it doesn't work for you today, calm down. Reflect on your mistakes or what you've done that is not making you move forward, and you go and like readjust yourself, then you go forward again. And if something it's not your way, don't force yourself at all. Just pray. For me, I just say just pray to God and tell him to show you the main thing he wants for you. That's why some people miss it. They'll be like, okay, they are seeing everybody. Okay, everybody's a footballer. Okay, I want to be a footballer. So I'll become a star. So people will know me. And you know that as you are doing it, you are failing. Just leave it alone and just, okay, what will my body react to that? Okay, yes, if I do this, my body is always like this. I'm always eager to do it, something like that. So you just do it again. Don't just go for things that that everyone is going for now. Like now, everybody will be like, okay, I want to drum. I want to be a drummer. And besides, that okay, being a drummer is not an easy task. You have to learn every single thing about drumming. And besides, let me just say this word, you cannot stop learning. You just have to keep learning until death take us away. Even in heaven, so I'm very sure you'll be learning. That one is very, very sure. So being a star is not really it's not one simple task, and it's very simple. But everything just lies on dedication. If you are dedicated to that aim that you want to achieve, if you are dedicated to that aim you want to achieve, then I'm very sure you can actually be a star. So thank you.
Okay. Oh, so we have all heard what Daniel said, and I guess from what he has said, what I picked is that being a star is not a one-day thing. You have to be persistent. You don't just say, well, you want to be a star now, and then you just dream of being a star just move out of your head. He cited Burna Boy as an example, so that's enough. But I also want to add another thing on that. Let's since we've talked about the examples of stars in the music industry, let's go small to the Bible. Joseph was a star in his family. Why? Because Joseph did not just, when he dreamt that his dreams, he does not just leave it as he has dreamt. Okay, he has a dream of that all of his family members are bowing before him. He didn't just stop there. He went ahead to working towards his dreams. He kept on telling his dad about his dreams. He kept on seeing that dream, even though there were hindrances on the way. That's one thing you should take note, that if you want to stand out among others, it's not an easy thing. The road is not just going to be smooth for you. There must be rough edges in the road. There must be rough parts of the road that you are going to face. Joseph also faced that in the Bible, where when we talk about his siblings selling him, putting him inside the hole, lying to their dad that he died, and all those things. Still, even forging ahead, the road even became rough. Him in a strange land where he knows nobody, working as a servant, he got accused because of his master's wife lusted after him, and he didn't give in. That one too is a very crucial part that we should look at. The devil will always come with his own options. When we want to be stars, he will also come with his own flashy options trying to take us. But if we keep our eyes on the goal, if we keep our eyes on the set goal of, yes, we want to be who we want to be, we want to stand out, then we are going to make it. And then from there he went to the prison. Even in the prison he stood out. So if we just look at the life of Joseph is a very good example of somebody who stood among his peers. I mean, his siblings, all of them, nobody loved him. Imagine someone that your blood did not even love you, and he still didn't give up. He was still chasing after his dreams, and he became who his dream is. He saw his dream become a reality. He became the star among the stars in his family, because he said that in one of his dreams, he said that all the stars in his family, they bow down to him or something like that. Yeah, the moon, his dad and his mom, they bow down to him. And that dream came true when he became the prime minister of Egypt under Pharaoh. Everything was handed over to him, so he was persistent. So that's just to stress what Daniel said, that being a star is not just a one-day thing. You have to keep your mind focused on it. You have to endure all the persecution that's on the road. You have to be persistent. You have to be confident before you can be a star. If not, people can even talk you down. Situations, especially when you don't have money, sometimes situations can turn you down, or people can talk you down. But just set your eyes on the goal and then continue chasing what you want to do, and then you are going to be a star. Another example is Daniel. We all know the story of Daniel. Daniel and his friends. Daniel in the Bible. Sorry, not this Daniel. Daniel in the Bible. We all know the story of Daniel and his friends, Shadrach, Meshach, and Abednego. They were very persistent in serving God. I mean, Daniel, even when they accused him for serving his own God, they threw him the lions, then he was still strong, and he served the Lord, and the Lord did not put him to shame. He was never put to shame. He was standing out among his peers, his friends. They were standing out even with the temptation of worshiping other gods, but they still look up to God, and they stood out. So another way we can be stars is by looking up to God, just like the way Daniel and his friends did, and the way Joseph did. He looked up to God, and they were never put to shame. They looked up to God, and they were never put to shame. So we should learn that if we want to be stars, we should first of all be determined, be persistent, as we have already said. And Daniel said that we should know that being a star is not just a one-day thing. It's a gradual process. It's just like moving. If you take one step and you stop, you are never going to get where you want to. But if you continue taking those steps, you are going to definitely reach where you are going to. So, and also we should put God in everything that we are doing. We should put God in everything we are doing, like Joseph and Daniel did. They put God in what they did, and God saw them through it. So we should just know that God is the only way that we can be stars. And if God is with us, then the work is now with us, that we should be persistent, we should have courage, and we should continue to put in the work. So thank you guys so much. I don't have anything to add. Daniel, do you have anything to say?
Let me just add something. Like he said, just with everything. And if I don't want to add something, like if you're having like troubles, like if you are trouble doing something, maybe it's not working out. Don't just get frustrated and dump it. You get, don't get frustrated. Just invite the Holy Spirit, because to me the Holy Spirit is a great teacher. He will put you through. You get, he's going to tell you the steps you need to take to be a star. So don't need to just get frustrated if things are not really working out. No, it's normal to get frustrated, but don't just give that space to the devil. Say we just like take over and let you just dump your dream. Okay. And if you have a dream of becoming something great, with all your might, with everything you can do, your very best, just go for it. And because Bible even says, what there's this particular saying, heaven help those who help themselves. You get, so with that, I think we are good to go. So thank you.
So I don't have anything to add again, but there are benefits. Let's talk about the benefits of being the star among stars. There are so many benefits to that. I mean, you can just look at the life of Joseph, or Bonaboy, as he cited, and other stars too, or football stars like Messi, Ronaldo, and other of their likes like that. Just look at their lives. They are living their life. A very simple life. Even though they stop doing what they are doing right now, their life is already built up. They are already contented with what they have already in their lives, but they are still standing out among their peers. Why? Because they put in the work. They put in they gave themselves to it. They sacrificed so many things for it. Being the star also means sacrificing so many things. I mean, you have to sacrifice your leisure time to put in the work. You have to sacrifice so many other things. That does time for everything. There's time for leisure. There's time for everything. So don't just have too much time for play, but have time for play, and also have time for putting work to being the star that you want to be. There was a clip I was watching online of Ronaldo. He used to. Someone said that if you go to Ronaldo's house, that what you are going to do is join him and exercise, and that's actually shown because he's one of the greatest footballers on earth today, and that means that shows that he's putting in the work. So if you are putting in the work in whatsoever you want to do, you are going to be just who you want to be. And also make sure that you include God in everything that you do, because if God is there and the work is there, then everything is settled, because laziness cannot hold you. And we know that something like that. So let's make sure we put in the work and all those things. T-Walk Austin. Okay, so if you have any question or if you have anything that you want to tell us, you can just drop it in the comments, and we're going to see you guys next time. I'm sure Auntie Comfort is going to give us another chance to do a live stream from Benin Republic. Actually, we are not in Nigeria. We are abroad. We are abroad. We are schooling in Yuma University in Benin Republic, and the journey has not been easy so far. It has not been easy. That's the truth. But at least God is seeing us through. It's not at least God is seeing us through. We are not liking what to eat, and we are still healthy. We are not in the hospital, so we thank God for that. And thank you guys so much, other members of TGWAC. Thank you guys so much. If you have any question, just drop it there. I'm going to reply to your questions, and I'm sure Auntie Comfort is going to drop her own too when she comes online now. So thank you guys so much for the audience. In case you are not watching streaming live, you can come and watch it later. It's still permitted. So thank you guys so much. Want to tell Daniel a very big welcome to the TGWAC family. We have some rules. But you get to know when you join the YouTube channel. Thank you guys. When you join the group, thank you guys so much. We'll see you guys next time. Bye. Tibo, you can end it. Welcome.
Yeah, so
Sorry.